Hey guys, this is Coach Joe coming to you from inside the Holy Cronut, and this week I'm bringing you our recap from the CWL Rising Week 6 matchup of the Holy Cronut versus North Faction, and the Nutters come away with an 87-87 tiebreaker victory. Both clans were on fire at 10v10. We started out 5 for 7, ended up 5 for 9, and North Faction also got 5 10v10 triples. At Town Hall 9, we had probably our worst war of the season at exactly 50%. We went 17 for 34, ended up dipping one of the Town Hall 9s so that we could get 2 scouts. We ran the standard breakdown of 3, 9, 18. And on hit-ups, we actually started out 0 for 6, ended up 2 for 8. Went 11v11 twice, didn't get either of them, but did add the second star on the missing Town Hall 11. And North Faction also won 11v11 twice. Didn't get either of those either. So we end up with doubles and all the 11s, 87-87, and our percentage was higher, so we get the victory. And now I'd like to bring on my guest for this recap, John. He has 3 accounts in the Holy Cronut. He plays Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 10. He actually only had one Town Hall 9 in this war, no Town Hall 10s. And he's a co-leader in one of our sister clans, Axeyousomethin. How you doing tonight, John?
Hey mate, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. Coming off one of our closest wars of the season so far, an 87-87 tiebreaker victory. I mean, it was pretty intense all the way down to the end. So anyway, we're going to go into 2 Town Hall 9 attacks and 2 Town Hall 10 attacks this war. And the first one here is from Mr. 1, who is Gumdrop in our clan. And this is a fresh 9v9 triple doing a Sui Lalo. And what I thought was interesting about this is he's doing a Sui, and he's actually not going to take out the Queen or any of the air defenses.
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, firstly, it's nice to see that Gums opted for a non-time fail army for once. And I mean, this is just good base identification from him, because whenever you see a Town Hall 9 base with both sweepers pointing, away from a fully exposed side. In this case, they're both pointing away from the 3 to 6 side. I mean, you immediately, if you can either draw the CC or that it's a hound, I mean, the Suilalo is just too powerful. It almost doesn't really matter on a base like this with the setup where the Teslas are going to be, because you've always got that back end heal.
Yeah, and what you were saying about the CC, he didn't have to lure it. He just kind of marched right into it. And if it was a hound, his queen just would have just died, but it wouldn't have affected his Lalo, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly. The queen, although he's the person who's tried to protect it using the bomb tower from being skellied, it's not really super well protected because there's no other defenses around. So as soon as that bomb tower dropped, it was pretty much over from there. The Tesla farm pops up at the end, but he's just got too much left.
Yeah, right. I mean, he's out of spells. The Tesla farm just isn't going to matter. And he kind of came in hard at the one air defense, and it kind of carried over into the second one. But then the third one he takes out with like the last of his loons in one haste, because it just paths right to it.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's those sort of box style bases can work very well, but they're very weak to air if you haven't set them up correctly. And that was just, I said, good identification from Gum to see that it was very weak to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Base identification there was everything. The second 9v9 we're going to show was also fresh, and this was you in like the first 5 minutes of the war or so, as usual. And,
yeah, I'm not the most patient person.
This is an attack we've seen a lot out of you recently with the 4 golems and hardly any hogs, to the point where I don't even feel like putting hogs in the name of the attack.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, I don't know what the name of this is. I mean, my attitude to Town Hall 9, for the most part, is, especially in the current meta, obviously we know hesitate to use the word easy, but it's obviously not I mean, fails at Town Hall 9 are very disappointing nowadays. I think that's a good way of saying it.
Yeah.
So because of that, the meta in terms of bases has gone to, very trolly, as you can see exactly there on the at the top left of the screen, just random outside bombs and Teslas. And one of the reasons I like this army so much is you can negate the vast majority of troll. Like, obviously not all, but the vast majority of it. Because the kill squad is essentially getting 75% of the base, if not more.
Right.
I mean, you can see here, I haven't dropped a single hog yet. And what have we got left? We got the whiz towers, which are a little tricky, but you got a golem tanking everything, all the bowlers up.
Right, and you're doing this one.
Didn't even really need the hogs if I was going to try and be a smart ass.
Well, you've got the one poison instead of two, so the skeleton spell is doing a great job to protect the hogs on the back end. It's like having an extra little spell.
Exactly, and that kind of flows into what we were talking about with the just adapting. This is very much an on the fly attack, and it's great for fresh because you can come up with the most elaborate. I mean, we both know people who do it. The most elaborate Town Hall 9 plans with very intricate 4-layer wall breakers. Again, gun time fail style, but just keep it simple and fresh hits is always what I would try to do.
Well, and with the CC, if you're bringing 12 to 14 wizards, some of them better enter the base. I mean, I don't know what you did with all of them if none of them did. Plus, you have the queen and one poison. You should be able to take the CC out with that. What do you need a second one for?
Exactly, and that Skelly spell does work on the back end. And that's why I usually take the max, because, I mean, even a level 3 poison, assuming that you funneled correctly, by the time everything's down, the CC's dead anyway.
Yeah. The third attack here is Archon, 10v10 triple, Cold-Blooded Hobo. And this was actually the first Town Hall 10 hit on this base. We only had 2 scouts this war and started out 5 for 7 10v10. So 2 of them were fresh, and 2 of them came off a Town Hall 9 scout. And the other one was multiple Town Hall 10 hits. And
again, I mean, what I would just jump in and say here is just fantastic base identification again from Archon, because, I mean, to a lot of players, a lot of less skilled players, you wouldn't see that those, for example, once you took down those 2 cannons at sort of 12, 15, and 845, or wherever they were, those 2 ADs as well were basically unprotected. There was nothing targeting them apart from a mortar. So that's such a cheap, effective funnel. There was no chance anything he put down there was walking.
Right, and he pulled the great move of putting the golem away from the wizard and then wall breaking on the other side of it.
Just generally a very well thought out funnel. And again, current meta, if you can create an excellent funnel with a kill squad of any variety, with the single ferns, like any sort of hog or Lalo has a great chance. And yeah, this was great. I mean, he's gonna have a lot of hogs left up.
Yes, he does. I mean, forever, everyone was really scared of not getting the king with your kill squad. But what that's done is so many people have moved their king so far out that if you just end there with the hogs, he's not going to be hitting them for very long.
I mean, what I always say is if you end an attack, so let's say it's a hog attack, and you end an attack with only 1 hog left, and let's say you time fail with 1 hog up. Like, you probably didn't identify the base properly. It probably wasn't a hog base, or it probably wasn't the base where you should have entered where you did.
Yeah, I hear that. The last 10v10 is Sukudi doing what I guess I'll call a Va-Hobo, no golem, bringing some Velks instead, and this was a fresh 10v10. And
I'm a huge fan of this style of attack. It was. I don't know if we've maybe, I say we because I am a dual member, but as you mentioned, I'm over at AYS as well. I don't know if we've maybe started to influence some of these hits because we've been big fans of these no golem kill squads recently. Really big fans. Obviously, you need the right, again, just so if we said already, like base identification is everything, and you do need the right base. But not bringing a golem gives you so much DPS and such a large amount of troop space for whatever you're bringing. So I mean, you're looking here. I mean, he's probably 30 seconds into the attack. He's taken down such a large amount of value, and you know, if he'd have let this develop more, probably 40% of the base. I mean, this is going to you can already see, like, without anything else, this is going to be complete overkill. I mean,
Right.
he has 32 hogs for really not a lot of base.
The kill squad took out the Wizard Tower, Bomb Tower, one Expo, tanked 2 of the other Expos, the Clan Castle, the Archer Queen.
Queen's still up as well.
You know, and so at this point, this is where the attack would fall apart, and he has pretty much all of his hogs and a heal.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been tight, and I wouldn't recommend it, but he could definitely have swagged this heal.
Yeah, and this attack would have worked on a max base. I mean, I know this one wasn't.
100%. Like it's what I was just saying on the previous attack, that if you dissect the base properly, this is how it should look at the end. 15, 16, 17 hogs left up, all your cleanup left up, spells overkill. That was a beautiful attack.
So hopefully we can do that a lot more this season. We ended up 5 for 9, which is by far our best 10v10 rate of the season, to go right along with our worst Town Hall 9 9v9 of the season. But, hey, win's a win, and we'll take it however we got it.
I think probably our worst 10v11 performance as well, right?
Possibly. We don't usually
certainly close to.
We don't usually leave bases up, but
we were discussing before how it's kind of, you guys had a reverse and we sort of went the other way at AYS this week.
Right. Usually you guys are the 10v10 and we're the 10v11, and we flip-flopped.
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
yeah.
Good war. We'll take the win. Good luck to North Faction the rest of the season. I tell you, really impressed with their. I mean, they got 5 10v10s as well. So, just an excellent war. John, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I mean, just echoing what you said. It was, I mean, a great 87-87 in that breakdown is a solid war, as you said. I don't know what North Faction have a losing record, right?
I believe so. Yes.
500.
Yes.
I mean, they did not look like a sub 500 clan at all.
They looked like a playoff clan.
Yeah, they really did. So I mean, yeah, good luck to them. I mean, if they show up like that every week, I can't imagine they won't turn it around to a winning record by the end of the season.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. So thanks for watching. See you next time. And this is Coach Joe saying,
Cowabunga! I made a funny.
Are you lost? Has your bacon gotten crispy? Well, good. GB's Giant Bomb Bacon Sandwiches. Come have a taste. GB's, we have the booms.